Hi, this is Martin Bradfield from PhillyDrums.com, and we're demonstrating today a very unique, interesting, and diabolical metronome practice pad combination called the Beatnik Rhythmic Analyzer. Among other interesting features, this thing will tell you to within a 512th note whether you're on the beat, behind the beat, or ahead of the beat, and I affectionately call it the Russian Dragon. Just looking at it has a lot of nice features just by itself. It's a very nice practice pad, has a very good bounce, comes with 6 AA batteries that have a very, very long life, comes with an AC adapter, and it also screws onto a cymbal stand, which is nice. It's portable and has a lot of great things that we're going to go into next. Here's a quick run through of some of these buttons that you see on the Beatnik Rhythmic Analyzer. At the top you see tempo, obviously. That goes from 25 beats a minute to 250, which is a very large parameter. The note and beat. This will analyze quarter notes, eighth note triplets, sixteenths, and some of the more exotic flows like pentuplets, septuplets, and also 30-second notes. Perms. You can actually permutate some of those rhythms. If you have a stream of sixteenths, you can drop some of the 16th notes out to get funk-type rhythms. Phrase setup. In a 2-measure phrase, you can actually combine rhythms and permutations to have almost any possible rhythm known to man. Volume and sensitivity. The pad can become more or less sensitive to your physical input. Click and tap is a nice feature. The tap feature means if you hear a song on the radio, if you tap your stick on the pad a couple times, it'll tell you the approximate tempo of that song. Start and pause, obvious. Reset will reset everything. Prefs stands for preferences. You can actually change some of the features a little bit. For instance, if you don't want to hear the subdivisions, that will delete the subdivisions for you. The skill level is very interesting. There are 4 levels of skill in this machine. The L, the M, the H, and the E. The L stands for large level of room for error, which is 7 512ths of a beat. The M level is 5 512ths of a beat. The H level is 3 512ths, and the E level is within 1 512th of a beat. Amazingly accurate. The views are after you've played your thing. This will show you different ways of looking at it, and there are actually 5 different types of analyzation in this machine. You have the groove analyzer for tempo control, a dynamic analyzer for dynamics. It'll tell you whether one hand is louder than another. The subdivision analyzer for how accurately you play your subdivisions. Your phrasing analyzer, which is a good thing for rhythmic control. You can actually play and it'll tell you whether you're playing sixteenths or triplets. And your tracking analyzer, which is a similar function. Also in the phrase analyzer, you can set a certain tempo and it'll tell you by shouting at you whether you're ahead or behind the beat. Let's give this thing a play and see how it can analyze my drum strokes. It's 60 beats a minute and we're analyzing 16th notes. 1 meander, 2 meander. Okay, let's see how I did. Using the skill button, the first parameter is a large parameter for error, the L. Notice each little channel, that is each 16th note, 1 E and A. Every time I hit the pad, a little black pixel was filled in. And you see I got 100% of my strokes within that wide parameter. Here's a more narrow parameter within 5 512ths. And you can see each stroke was contained in the 1 E and A, and I got 100% in that. For a very high parameter, you see this is within 3 512ths of a beat, and I got 89% of my strokes in that beat. And then within 1 512th note, I got 35% in. If you look closely, you'll see some of the pixels are slightly after the beat, and some are slightly ahead. I would say generally a tiny bit late, I would say. But that gives you a good indication of how you hear and react to that rhythm.